In a significant legal reversal, American Transit Insurance Company ATIC has formally withdrawn a federal lawsuit against Dr. Emmanuel Manny Hostin, a respected orthopedic surgeon and the husband of The View co-host Sonny Hostin. The lawsuit, which was part of a massive $450 million civil racketeering RICO case targeting nearly 200 medical providers in New York, had briefly cast a shadow over the Hostin family. But following a thorough internal review, ATIC not only dismissed the suit with prejudice, meaning it cannot be refiled, but also issued a public apology and agreed to pay Dr. Hostin's outstanding invoices in full. Why was Dr. Hostin sued? Dr. Hostin was initially named in ATIC's sweeping RICO complaint, which aimed to expose what the insurer alleged was a systemic fraud operation within New York's no-fault insurance system. This system allows patients injured in automobile accidents, including taxi and rideshare drivers, to receive prompt medical treatment without waiting for litigation to sort out who was at fault. According to the original claim, many providers and medical facilities were engaged in billing for unnecessary or excessive procedures, kickbacks, and using straw ownership structures to conceal financial relationships. Dr. Hostin's name appeared due to his minor ownership stake in one of the surgical centers flagged in the investigation. However, Dr. Hostin's attorneys swiftly pushed back, stating there was no evidence of wrongdoing on his part and that he had never participated in, nor benefited from, any of the alleged fraudulent activities. His legal team maintained that he had only a passive investment in the facility and provided legitimate, medically necessary care to patients. The Hostins fight back. Sonny Hostin and her husband took an aggressive stance against the allegations from the beginning. Represented by renowned attorney Mark Geragos, the Hostins insisted the lawsuit was frivolous, calling it an attempt by a desperate insurance company to avoid paying legitimate medical claims. Geragos accused the company of using Sonny's public platform to apply pressure, stating that ATIC weaponized Sonny's celebrity as part of its litigation strategy. He made it clear the family would not settle or remain quiet, hinting at potential countersuits and legal consequences for dragging the Hostin name into what he described as a meritless fishing expedition. Sonny Hostin, who has a legal background herself, did not mince words when discussing the matter publicly. She said she believed the case was not only baseless but emblematic of broader issues within the insurance industry, where large corporations often attempt to intimidate doctors into walking away from owed payments or accepting lower settlements. In her usual candid tone, Sonny took a jab at the insurer, saying they had earned a PhD from FAFO University, a slang abbreviation for F*******, around and find out. Full dismissal, public apology, and vindication. After months of legal maneuvering and private negotiations, ATIC suddenly changed course. The insurer issued a public statement, confirming that it had voluntarily dismissed the case against Dr. Hostin with prejudice. This type of dismissal is legally significant because it prevents the company from filing the same claims against him again in the future. Additionally, ATIC offered an apology, acknowledging that Dr. Hostin should not have been included in the suit and that his only connection was a minor investment stake in a surgical center. The statement also conveyed deep regret for any public speculation or distress caused to Dr. Hostin, his wife Sonny Hostin, and their family. Most importantly, ATIC agreed to fully pay all invoices that had been withheld from Dr. Hostin due to the pending litigation. This financial resolution effectively validates that his medical services were legitimate and entitled to compensation. Context of the larger lawsuit. ATIC's lawsuit was part of a broader legal offensive against what it described as rampant abuse within the no-fault system. Many insurance carriers in New York have voiced concerns that the system is being manipulated through fraudulent injury claims, staged accidents, and kickback schemes. The $450 million lawsuit named nearly 200 providers and facilities, alleging they were part of an organized network defrauding insurance companies. While some defendants may indeed face serious legal challenges, critics argue that the wide net cast by the insurer led to innocent professionals like Dr. Hostin being wrongfully included. Legal analysts have noted that civil RICO suits, though powerful tools for exposing fraud, are sometimes misused when insurers file them broadly to intimidate or extract settlements. The Hostin family speaks out in the wake of the lawsuit's withdrawal. The Hostin family has remained vocal. Sonny, speaking on The View and to several media outlets, called the experience both infuriating and eye-opening. She emphasized how easily individuals, especially people of color in medicine, can be wrongly accused when large corporations attempt to cut costs or dodge liability. She also highlighted how public figures, like herself, are sometimes dragged into litigation purely for publicity value. They wanted attention, and they got it, she said. But what they didn't expect was that we would fight back. What this means going forward for Dr. Hostin and his family. The dismissal marks the end of a stressful chapter and a clear, legal victory. The public apology and full payment of claims represent a formal clearing of his name and professional reputation. But the episode leaves broader questions about how insurance companies operate when pursuing fraud cases. While identifying fraudulent actors is important, wrongly naming innocent professionals can damage careers, reputations, and families. This case may serve as a cautionary tale, not just for providers but also for insurance firms who use RICO claims as a sweeping solution. Conclusion: Dr. Manny Hostin's complete exoneration from the fraud lawsuit is a major personal and professional win for the Hostin family. With the lawsuit dismissed, invoices paid, and public apology secured, the message is loud and clear: the Hostins refused to be bullied, and they prevailed.